Hello everyone and welcome to the blog clone project. So this is your first clone project. I want to congratulate you on making it this far into this course. And in this project we'll creating a blog and not just a personal blog, but you can think of it more as a company blog since it will be able to have multiple users. This is actually a great first step to building a large, more robust social network application as a lot of the knowledge here is going to be directly transferred to our social network clone project, and this project will include topics on almost everything we have covered so far. So take it on slowly and carefully, and I have made sure to add an element from pretty much every section of the course. So if you skip the section, make sure you review it before actually coming on to this clone project. And I really recommend having the Django documentation open so you can cross reference anything new you see. This blog is going to be multi-user blog as I mentioned, so it's kind of more like a company blog rather than just a simple personal blog interface. And this multi-user behavior is going to be easily extendable to future project. So we are also going to be adding in some fun JavaScript and CSS features to give the site a more complete feel. So let's take a look at what the complete website actually looks like. All right, this is what the website looks like running locally, and you can see here that I have some kind of fun CSS where the colors of the blog post are slowly changing. And even if I highlight everything, my highlighted color will also slowly change. Obviously, that's completely optional, but that's going to be a little fun CSS element we added to that here, and that's actually pure css. That's not any javascript, which is interesting. So what we going to be able to do is click here on this little profile tab, and that's going to show you how to use a this icon. And here we will say please log in, must be a super user so you can log in. You can see stuff is changing colors, and then once we have done that, I am little zoomed in here so you can see it, but 100% zoom in, we can see we can create a new post, and then we create a new post, select an author title and will be my great post. And then you can see here you can begin to type text. So you will say something like hello world. And if you have ever used a website called medium.com, which is kind of a blogging site, you will know that if you highlight something, it gives you options on stating whether something's bold, whether it's italic, underline, header 2, header 3, and we are going to actually add in that functionality whether you want to link in here. So this could take you to something like google.com, and now it's a link, etc. So that's all now in JavaScript, and we are going to learn how to add that in. So then I can save this. I have my great post, and then I can also add comments to it. But note that it's right now a draft. So if I check out my draft, I have drafted not publish another mess up draft, and then I have my great post. So I can click on that, and then I can say publish this to the entire world. And now if I look at my tag blog, the home page, I can see my great post has been published. So then on my great post or any post really, we can edit the post. So I can come over here and edit. So we'll say new, edit, save that. That's it. So there we go. And I here we see hello world, a new edit, and I can also add comments to it. So I can say some uh, visitor type the text in, hey that is a post, and then they also get access to doing things like bold or heading to. Maybe you don't want that, but you never know. And then we will post that comment, and it says hey that is a post posted by some visitor, and as a user I get to approve or remove comments. So I approve that comment, check it, and it takes me back to my great post. And if I look at my tag blog, come back to my great post, I can see here it has one comment. And there we go. Then you can also use this to link to GitHub, LinkedIn. There is an about page. Maybe this is about your company or about me, etc. So lots of cool stuff here. We are going to learn a lot, and believe it or not, a lot of this functionality is actually not that and hard to implement given that you learn it already. And then finally, the last thing you can do is delete post. You can click on the little cross sign here. You are want to delete post, click confirm and it delete the post. Alright, so let's hop over quickly to the slides and finish all this stuff. Just a few last notes before we get started. It's also really common for real Django project to make use of other open source third party libraries, and we are going to be using quite a few. So make sure you follow along when we install them. If you are kind of going with the code and you ever get an error called no modules names some sort of things, it's probably because you forget to install it. So all you have to do is to go to your command line and say pip install that particular module name inside of your virtual environment. And we are also going to be exploring different ways of organizing your Django project, and we are obviously discussed these ideas from that previous section. So make sure to review it before heading on to this project. And a few final important notes is that no amount of clone project can show you how to use and do everything. You are going to need to feel comfortable venturing out on your own and reading the documentation when it comes to your own personal project. If you are interested in learning a specific plugin library or API, you are probably going to need to reference outside materials on internet or on ChatGPT. And one last that final note, you should be able to have a full understanding of how we are building up the clone project shown here, but not necessarily memorizing every certain class call or function name. So you should have an understanding of what, so don't feel obligated that you have to do everything memorized by this point of the course.